Runs here are being needed by the Sipi Kayakers. He's a step down and trying to overhit that one. No connection. It's Kulume out there in the middle with the Kenyan international Adiambo Vanessa. Kayakers have runs on board. 121 for 5 into the 18th. Taking pace off the ball to end the 18th over. 2 overs left in the innings. 121 for 5. Vanessa Diambo on 0 from 4 balls. Kulume has 4 from 7. Bimenyimana has bowled very well at the back end of the innings. Her 3 overs have gone for 14. She has a wicket. Najumba too has a wicket. 3 overs have gone for 22. Fielding at the boundary here is not been very shabby. Frankie Najumba stopping that one. He gets a little high five from Susan Kakai, 1/2 of the sisters in this Itanda Kayakers side. The others is Rita Musamali, who bowled an over already. It's a very good ball there from a person who can bowl for your life, Patricia Malmekia. In other words, she's a model. She does that very well, running down the red carpet. Here she's got run down her run up well in full flow. Back end of the innings, Kulume looking to accelerate. No gears whatsoever in her innings. She's got 6 from 9. And then the Kenyan international Vanessa at the other end, she's played 4 balls and side off like a sugarcane truck. It is the wheat of Bimenyimana rising to the fore at the back end of the innings. They look like they could get to the 150-run mark with Awino and Nampina batting after those little fireworks from their captain, Janet Mbabazi. None whatsoever, if you're talking about fireworks so far. 3 players to get into double figures. The other double figures in the match are from the extras. 20 of them, 17 wides. Rusty shoulders, rusty skill levels coming from the festive season. They scamper through finally for a quick sing-off. Patricia's over. 5 wickets down. It is the end of the 19th. 125 for 5. How many more can they get in the last over? Patricia ends her spell for the day. 3 overs, just 15 runs. She hasn't picked a wicket, but she's done the business. If you look at the run she's conceded. It is the Trekkers double-header day. They will be back. The ladies in red to play Lawrence Sempija's Bujagali Rafters. As expected, Diane Marie Bimenyimana, captain of the Rwandan side, here captaining the Kayakers today with the last over. 1 straight in the middle. Questions being asked from her bowling. No run given away. Big step down. No connection whatsoever. Powerfully hit there from the Kenyan international Vanessa Diambo, but there's a good stop from Shakira Sadiq. Jean-Marie Bimenyimana bowling the last. The talent who haven't seen bat in this one here, hopefully we'll see it in the afternoon. From the Sipi Trekkers, hit high up in the air. Rita Musamali wants it. Rita Musamali holds on. One half of the Musamali sisters taking this catch. Bimenyimana with her second wicket of the day. And that's how it ends. 20 overs done. 128 for 6 is how the Sipi Trekkers finish. Don't forget, it was the Kayakers who won the toss, elected to have a ball. They thought they would restrict the trekkers to a score over 60, but it is Janet Mbabazi's trekkers that thought they could score 120, 110 plus. They get that. 128 for 5 is how it ends. Little celebration from Musamali there at the very end. Beautiful pictures coming you through here from the heart of the city, Kampala, here in Lugogo. You can see them walking off. A lot of experienced and seasoned players in that side. Back shot to the second innings. Of course, the umpire standing in this one there. ICC umpire there, man who's growing into a mentorship role. John Trust Mayeko is the mentor umpire for this particular event, alongside Norbert Abbey, who is standing in this event, arguably his biggest test so far in his young umpiring career. Third umpire of the tournament walking out there in the middle. Another ICC umpire, Olivier Intangishaka. You will see Olivier later for the second one. The reserve umpire of this morning match there, Sharon Otoula. Sharon, another one of the coming lady umpires coming through the ranks from Uganda. We'll take a break and be back shortly with the second innings. It should be exciting and interesting. We are back for the second innings. The umpires are already out there in the middle. John Trust Mayeku and Norbert Abbey, both Ugandans. Of course, John Trust Mayeku growing in stature both locally and at international level. An ICC meta umpire of sorts. Jean-Marie Bimenyimana out there in the middle. Long run up, long levers. Irene Alumo will be do the bowling from the Jinja Road end. With me in the comms box for the first time today on match day number 1, Dennis Musali. Good morning. How are you and where have you been?
Good morning, Innocent. Been running all over the place just to make sure everything is running smoothly. But I'm glad to join you in the comms box as the Sipi Trackers try and defend 129 against the Itanda Kayakers.
The Sipi Trackers lost the toss, Dennis. They got 128. Itanda Kayakers thought they would restrict them to 60. But Janet Mbabazi, who was out there in the middle of the toss saying they wanted to get 110, 120 plus, she did the job, helping her team to 128 because she scored a quick fire 29 from 26 balls, including 5 boundaries. And then there was that knock of 44 from Awino and another exciting knock of 23 from 21 from the Don, Stefan Nampina. Do you think it is enough on the day?
Irene Alumo, they are making sure that DN Binyimana reads the maker's mark on that ball. She has left 2 so far. The first time for her to be playing in this tournament. Diane, of course, the captain of the Rwanda ladies team. Captain of the Rwanda ladies team, one of the few professionals in this tournament. And it will be interesting. The senior, no one says senior states lady in the team. But so far it has been a swing and miss for her. Those 2 balls, there's a slip in place to try and catch. I must say, this is my first time to watch Diane in action, and I'm very, very excited. I've heard big things about her, so I'm hoping that she can walk the talk.
She captained the team today, the Kayakers, and I tell you, she did a good job running traffic on the ground. And when her senior bowlers failed to deliver with the ball, she brought herself into the attack, bowling as the 5th change bowler, and then she returned the figures of 2 for 16 in 4 for a part-time bowler. You have to give Diane Marie Bimenyimana some credit for the terrific job she's done to lead the side on the day, and then she comes out to also open the batting, and she's facing some exciting pace from Irene Alumo. No gates. It's early in the days. No one will open for the dogs to get them backing. So do say the Trackers. You can see that cordon there. Standing at point, standing in the covers, standing at mid-off. From mid-off, Fiona Kulume covers. It's the end of the over. A maiden over to start things up here. Required run rate already moves to 6.8 per over. Jean-Marie Bimenyimana on note from 6. Proskovia Lako, the future of Uganda's batting, will face the second over. Proskovia Lako, Dennis, when someone mentions that name, you must remember quickly and very quickly the final of the Kenya Women's Invitational T20, where Lako took apart the Kenyan bowling as Uganda raced to chase down the required target in quick time.
Making up for lost time, Proskovia Lako missed a lot of the tours last year for the Victoria Pals. But once she was back into the team, she made sure that they remember that name. Big 6s from her at the Gymkhana. If you've been to the Gymkhana, if you hit a 6 over the side screen, that's not a very small shot, especially if it's a lady. Coming out there like a boss, no helmet on, just with a cap. So I think she wants to stamp her authority immediately. And she'll be facing the lively Fiona Kulume, both of them from Soroti. They know each other very well. I'm sure they will be saying some words in Ateso.
Very well said. Soroti's finest against Soroti's finest. A very good feather ball to start things up. 7 balls in the innings. The scoreboard is yet to get ticking for the Itanda Kayakers.
Some lively plays there from Kulume and Irene Alumo to start off things. Hard lengths, not easy to hit. Swing and a miss again there from Proskovia Alako. Double-header day for the Sipi Trekkers. They will be taking on the Bujagali Rafters in the afternoon.
No real bat on that one from Alako. Looks like she's playing and she's backing away.
I think the problem is that she's looking at trying to hit the ball, and there's nothing on offer so far. I think both of them need to make sure that they first take their time before they think about going for the big shots.
She hits finally, but she didn't hit. It's a miscue. The chase is on. The chase is in vain. Runs on the board for these Itanda Kayakers. They need runs on board. It is Sarah Uwera. Normally you see her standing behind the stumps keeping wickets. She won't keep wickets today because Kevin Awino takes those gloves. She chases. She doesn't collect. 4 runs. Finally the scoreboard ticks, Dennis. Is that where you want to get runs as an opener?
I think they will take them whichever way they come, because for now Fiona Kulume and Irene Alum have been very, very tidy. Worried look there on the face of Janet Mbabazi. She knows the damage that Proskovia Alako possesses. Therefore, I think once they see the back of her, there will be a happier team.
Hit high up straight over the infield. Not enough meat on that one to get runs.
Yeah, no connection whatsoever.
It's the end of the second over, Dennis. 4 runs on board without loss.
Just 2 runs every over for the Itanda Kayakers, who need to be scoring at least 7 runs every over. But for now, they've only collected 2. Diane yet to get off the mark. Proskovia Alako was off the mark, not in the conventional way, but whichever way they will come, they will need runs. 129, a daunting total, especially in ladies cricket. Most times in ladies cricket, Innocent, you feel like 100 is the pass score. Anything over 100 is oof. Smell some leather there from Irene Arumo. Diane gets out of the way, but she has been kept very, very quiet.
Look at her, Alumo. You see the energy coming through from her. She's got a wry smile, a grin on her face. She's happy. Walasa gives her a thumbs up. He says, "You're doing it like the boss." It's exciting to watch all round, whichever way you look at it. Another feather ball. Is swimming in uncharted waters, playing in unfamiliar territory. Normally she's used to seeing bowlers put it up for her. Today, nothing in the corridor.
Irene Alumo asking all the questions. There are no answers from the end so far. And I'm sure they want to keep her on that end because she's been bowling a tight line. Irene Alumo, one of the key players for the Victoria Pals in their success in Nairobi in December. She was always giving them a very good start up front.
That is power from Diane Marie Bidenimana. She breaks the shackles. That will race her to the bound where she says, "I have seen enough of you. If you ain't going to come any closer, I will come closer to you."
A very good shot there from Diane. A classy player. You never keep them quiet for long. And once you give them something, hit me ball there from Irene Alumo. Diane applies the class over the infield. And the first boundary for her as she gets off the mark.
Average players tell you it's a tournament for those that will dare to dream differently, those who want their stars to shine brighter, brightest, because the elite league, what elite has never come to the fore like in this tournament. That's a big hit from that youngster, Salako. No helmet on, but it's a six.
A very brave shot there from Proskovia Alako without a helmet, getting down on one knee and using the pace of Irene Alumo to just hit that ball over deep square leg for 6. The first 6 of the tournament. The Itanda Kayakers now starting to get in their groove. At least 11 runs from that over from Irene Alumo. They're starting to get settled. 15 after 3 overs. Sipi Trekkers with 2 internationals. Innocent, I will tell you, Vanessa Adiambo straight off the bat and into the ground to play. She was asked to take a break, but she said, I'm not here to sleep. I've come here for business. Once the bus dropped her off at ShopRite, she immediately walked into bat.
Adiambo showing that in Kenya, women never want to play second fiddle. Rushing onto her there. And no connection from Bimenyimana. Edged, all guided from the bat of the Rwandan captain Bimenyimana, who is captain the Itanda Kayakers today, right down to third man, where fellow Rwandan international and the lady she took over from the captain Semanto, Sarah Uwera. Some exciting prospects on show here. The Foreign Legion has come through here to grace this elite league. And it's this Foreign Legion that adds a spark and the razzmatazz to the event. Hit up in the air, who wants it? No one will catch.
Swing and a miss for Malako to finish up over. 16 for no loss after 4 overs. Fiona Kulume keeping everyone very quiet for now. Janet Mbabazi gives Irene Alumo another over. She'll be bowling her third. It's a T20 game, so probably she'll keep just one more. Diane taking her time to get used either to the pitch and the pace of Irene Alumo. Irene Alumo now coming right arm round the wicket from the Jinja Road end.
Alumo coming through with her second over. The first one, I beg your pardon, she's coming through with her third over. Her 2 overs have gone for 9 runs. She had a maiden in one of them, edged by Bimenyimana to get off the mark. Alako on the non-strikers end, Bimenyimana on strike. She's got 6 runs from 15 balls. Right in the middle this time, the only first real ball that she's bowled straight to wicket to wicket. Alako on 10 from 11, 2 boundaries in 9 innings. She's going the hard way, trading in the big bucks. A 4 and a 6 already for her 10 runs. So 2 scoring shots from 11 balls. That is very wide. Awina knows as much. Trying to take off for a run to Neverland. When you go to Neverland, you never reach. You fall. Alako knows that. Alako asks her to stay back. Alumo going through her overs here very quickly. Already she's bowled 15 balls and 12 of them are dot balls. Make them 13 now.
Changing the angle there, Innocent, from Irene Arumo, giving her better rewards. Deanne has no answers again. Looks very threatened by the pace. I don't know if it's the pace or the angle or the individual. Whichever it is, she's still struggling to find the right answers to her bowling.
And whichever it is working. I tell you, they're all very difficult. Irene Arumo has an imposing figure. She's bowling round the wicket there to the right hander. That's a tough line to counter. And the balls have been intimidating as well. 3 overs gone for Alumo. Her 3 overs have gone for 12 runs. Score is 17 without loss after 5. Then it's 1 over left in the power play. Required run rate is 7.47. Is this getting out of hand? Big hit from Irene Arumo. I beg your pardon. It is that flashing blade over Proskovia Alako. Continuing to go the hard way. Dealing in boundaries. Talk about big hitters in this tournament. Look no beyond Proskovia Alako. 14 runs, Dennis, she has. None of them is a single. She's been scoring boundary after boundary. 1 6 and 2 meaty 4s.
Yeah, very true there. Alako only dealing in boundaries. But I think it would be better for her to try and complement her game with, picking up 1s and 2s. Because she's been swinging a lot but not making enough connection. But the ones that have come off the bat, they've stayed hit up to until they've crossed the boundary rope. Innocent, you were asking earlier on, but I will tell you, as long as Alako is on the crease, I think Itanda Kayakers are in business, whichever way it is.
Well, she could have been asked to hit the power play. They have runs up front. It was a slow start for the Sipi Kayakers, who lost 2 wickets. They were 2 for 7 at one stage, then rescued by a 50-run partnership between Awino and Mbabazi. Kulume hit over the top, over Rita Nyangendo's head. Running very quickly, they want a second. There's no second, won't be taken.
Yeah, good pick up and throw there from Salah Walaza to just keep it to a single. That's much better from Alako. Boundary and a single, that's already 5 runs from this over. Just need to make sure that you keep them very, very quiet. And there's nothing on offer.
Those are wides. This will run away all the way to the boundary. Alumo will chase. Alumo will finish second best in the chase with the ball taking that race. Runs on board here for the Itanda Kayakers. Aloko and Bimenyimana working and mixing it up very well. A very expensive over coming through for the Sipi Kayakers. And loss. (26) without loss after the power play. You can see how it all went in this power play. Bimenyimana and Alako starting slowly, but stepping on the gas. A change in the bowling. Janet Mbabazi, the captain, says, I will come into the attack. Big appeal.
The power.
2 6s so far, Dennis, and 2 4s. She sees it, she goes, some sighters here.
And that's the power of Proskovia Alako Innocent. I'm sure she might have more 6s than me because the way she hits that ball. And today she's only dealing in boundaries. I told you, Innocent, that Janet had a worried look on her face because she knows that Proskovia Alako can quickly take the game away from you because of the kind of quality that she has. 2 6s for her so far from her, and Diane is doing a very good job in just being a supporting partner.
Of course, Diane, happy to watch from the VIP end. VIP end here being the non-strikers end. Diane on a 10 from 21 balls. And Alako has got 21 from 18 deliveries.
Had a good shot there from Diane, whipping that through the mid-wicket region. Very good work there from Vanessa Diambo, showing no signs of being tired after coming off the aluminium from Nairobi. Saves at least 2 runs for her team Innocent Vanessa Adiambo getting off that mash power bus and walking straight into the pitch. She was asked to take a break, but she said, I'm not here for a visit. I'm here for business. The Kenya Cricket Association has invested in me to come here and play cricket, not to come here and take a nap.
She batted at an awkward number. We'll see her true potential in the coming matches. Double header there. She chases and uses some good skills there, some footwork. With a back flick. Looking very good there. As we end the 7th over. 35 without loss.
Yeah, the production brought to you by the Portugal Group, experienced team of lads who work very closely with the ICC TV. Privilege that they've partnered with Batball to make sure that we bring you this live stream, which is available for you to watch on the Uganda Cricket Association YouTube page and also batball.tv. There is no way you will miss any action if you can't get to Lugogo, but the action will happen.
She gets one to hit. She smokes it out of the park. 4 runs there for that big blade of Alako.
Hit me ball there from Rachel Achan. Proskovia Alako doing the rest. She's having a good time out there in the middle. Looks like happy hour for her already, because Kevin Awino, they are trying to run traffic and change the field. We are out of the power play, so there are opportunities for them to people on the rope. I think the key wicket for them will be trying to get Proskovia Alako out. Rachel Achan, a younger sister to Joyce Mary Apio, beneficiary of the relationship between Uganda Cricket and the Indian Association, spent a month at the National Academy in India. Big things expected of her. She was part of the under 19 team last year that took part in the qualifiers in Botswana. Big future ahead of her. It's a very miserly bowler. But today she comes up against one of the senior players on the Victoria Powers team.
Of course, when you talk about the National Academy in India, we've already seen fruits from that academy going on to prosper. You've seen what Gijeli Shimwe has done with the national under-19 team of Rwanda. They are in the World Cup. We've seen what Didier Ndukubimwana Dennis has done as well. Already walked into the senior men's team of Rwanda and looking like a senior player already. Yet she was, just the other day, he was the captain of the under-19 side of Rwanda. Same thing for Uganda. Fiona Kulume was in the same academy. Fiona Kulume is here today opening the bowling for the Sipi Kayakers. We saw her with the bat. She's doing very, very well. Slow deliveries from Rachel Achan. They realized that they will not be able to only score in boundaries. These two, Bimenyimana and Alako, they start getting the singles to come through. The bad run rate remains stiff. If you talk about women's cricket, then it's 7.33. It's 8 done. Score is 41 without loss. They have wickets in hand.
Yeah, very true, Innocent. 7 runs every over. Two tidy overs here from the Sipi Kayakers will put them in business. And I think for me, the key will be for them to try and break this opening stand. Once they deal with one of these openers, they should be able to get themselves back into the game. Big shot there from Diane over the head of Fiona Kulume. She doesn't even bother to chase. She will only walk over the rope to collect that ball. Diane now breaking the shackles. She's been there for quite some time. 25 balls already. I think she's now feeling confident. Very, very intelligent cricket shot from her, understanding that Fiona is in the infield. Hits it over her.
Of course, Mbabazi says, please do come back in the 30. I am trusting my abilities. Not hit me over the top in successive balls. A little cutter there. Trickery from Janet Mbabazi with the wrists, with the fingers. She bowls a mixed bag, Dennis.
Yeah, this time taking the pace of the ball. Nearly foxed Diane, but the edge just didn't carry to the slip region.
Up on the top, whose catch taken from Gully Point. Running catch there completed.
The first wicket to fall there for the Itanda Kayakers. Diane Binyimana, captain of the Rwanda ladies team, trying to go for another big one. This time no pace on the delivery, only managing to get a leading edge. Rachel Achan snatches this out of the sky to break the opening stand. 45 for 1, the Itanda Kayakers.
45 for 1, you feel that Diane has done her bit, Dennis. Given her team a start. And the Trekkers will be happy to see the back of Diane. And guess who Diane has out there in the middle? Easily one of the best prospects from Soroti, Esther Iluko, Dennis. She bursts up in the order even for the national team, the Victoria Pearls.
And the new bus lady there is Esther Iluko, who has just walked in.
It's a Soroti connection now. Esther Iluko joins Proskovia Alako out in the middle. Esther Iluko, the captain for the Itanda Kayakers. She might have missed the toss in the morning, but all because they also delayed to make their arrival here. It's been quite a stretch for a couple of players to get to Kampala for this tournament. But once they're here, all of them are excited to be part of the event and to play. And it's very good to see Esther Iluko, another big one for the future wicketkeeper batter. I'm sure big things are expected of her for the Victoria Pearls. Very, very good player. Likes to accumulate. Not like Proskovia Alako, who goes big a lot, but she likes to occupy the crease and accumulate. I think once she drops anchor, she should be a good partner for Alako, as the Kayakers try to get 129. Vanessa Adiambo from Kenya and Sarah Uwera from Rwanda, the two professional players in the Sipi rough. In the Sipi rafters, while the Kayakers have Diane Binyimana as one of the professional players. The other professional from Kenya, Veronica Abuga, you see her in the afternoon for the Bujagari rafters.
With 9 wickets in hand, the bus ladies on the wicket.
Looking at that catch again, Rachel Achan, safe hands from her.
Esther Iluko.
Diane trying to hit over the infield, nearly collided there with Stefani Nampina. Chance put down. Was that the match there, dropped by Sarah Walaza at the rope?
Catch standing down there. Walaza.
If Sky of sorts this time gets enough meat on it, but Sarah Walaza doesn't take the catch. Sarah Walaza in your image there. But another hit me ball from Rachel Achan. They say bad balls get wickets. And she nearly picked up the big fish, Proskovia Alako.
riding her luck here. Alako.
A boundary there. 4 runs for the Itanda, pushing the score to 47 for 1 after 9.2. 82 more runs required if Itanda is to take this home.
Half tracker from Rachel Achan. She's trying to slow down things here. But the bat of Alako and Ilaku are blazing hot. And the short trackers are being punished. And the loose deliveries are tucked away. And well, the full tosses are hit well over the boundary. That big blade. The chase is on. No chance for it to be caught. Runs on the board.
Yeah, poor change in the field there. Innocent from
Another good boundary there from
the Sipi team. Janet Mbabazi removing Sarah Wera from that region. Then a half tracker from Rachel Achan allows Alako to pick up a very simple boundary. More changes in the field as they try and make sure they stop the run flow.
Hit with power. Big body. Rita Nyangendo in the covers to stop that one. It's the end of the 10th over. 56 for 1.
One tank of great partners.
The game is very well poised, Dennis.
Batball Uganda. Bleak Logistics. Sanctuary Cinemax.
Halfway stage, 56 for 1. The Itanda Kayakers.
Uganda Cricket.
They still need at least 7.5 runs every over for them to get 129. Innocent, if you were a betting man, which way would it go?
Dennis, I am not good with money. I would love to keep my money on defense. The game is very well poised. It is tricky, Dennis. The Itanda Kayakers have wickets in hand. The Sipi Trekkers think 7.3 per over is not easy to get.
Miscommunication between Stephanie and Rachel Achan allows Esther Iluko and Proskovia Alako to pick up a second.
Pressure starting to build in both camps, Dennis. Whichever you look at it, you feel that the Kayakers have wickets in hand, but they are not sure if this batting is done with. The rest of the batters can do the job.
Yeah, very true, Innocent. It's not stamped. Kevin Awino, smart hands, gets rid of Esther Iluko. Second wicket going down there for the Itanda Kayakers. They're now 58 for 2.
Guess who is dismissed? It's a very good batter. She goes for just 7 runs. 7 from 8 balls. Stamped off a wide, Dennis. Dismissals you live to regret in your career.
Yeah, very true, Innocent. The very slow ball there drags Esther Iluko out of her crease. Look at the replay again. Again, no pace on that ball. Wides indicated by John Trust Maeko. But very good and smart hands there from Kevin Awino to get rid of Esther Iluko. Esther Iluko, a wicket keeper herself. She must know the pain of being stamped.
After 10.2. Alako still taking head.
Rita Musamali, the new batter for the Itanda Kayakers, joins Proskovia Alako. Rita Musamali and her sister Susan Kakai both playing for the same franchise team. Rita also a big player for the Victoria Pearls. They have a lot of ammunition, these Itanda Kayakers.
Of course, Rita Musamali also, Dennis, a big reputation for her. She's the reigning USPA, Uganda Sports Press Association Female Cricketer of the Year 2022. But all that big CV and reputation will count for nothing if she can't take her team home. It continues to go on the upward climb with each passing dot ball. Mbabazi's
big reputations count for nothing if you can't get the job done. So far, Proskovia Alako 32 from 26, the standout for the Itanda Kayakers. But I think she will need help. That run rate now keeps going up with every dot ball. Already 7.5 is required from the remaining overs. There will be 9 more after this one.
Lots of slower deliveries being bowled here by Mbabazi, who is done and dusted with her 3 overs. Her 3 overs have gone for 18 runs. She's got 2 wickets, more importantly. Both wickets of the Kayakers do belong to Janet Mbabazi, the captain of the Trekkers. Sipi Trekkers set 128. Kayakers on 60. Another 69 runs required from 54 balls.
A bit very generous in the start there. 21 extras served up by the Itanda Kayakers in their bowling effort. But Kevin Awino standing out with a bat. 44 from 47 contributions from the captain, Janet Mbabazi, 29. And Stephanie Nampina also 23. The senior players in that side, Innocent, making a case for themselves and putting their hands up for the team. Double header day for them. They have another game in the afternoon when they'll be taking on the Bujagari Rafters.
Big wild slog there. Eli devised. No connection whatsoever. Change for the bowlers. It is the Don, Stefan Nampina with the ball. 2 dot balls here to pile on the misery for the Rafters. Beg your pardon for the Kayakers who believe they have wickets in hand. But do they have enough runs? The stamping is not good. Alako was back home safe and dry. It's an interesting contest going on here between Alako and Nampina, 2 close friends. Hit over the infield, just 1 bounce to Kulume Fiona.
Innocent. In Kevin's defense, the stamping was good. It's just that the ball was slow. So there was no way she could go against the rules of cricket and try and get Alako out quickly. But Stefan, the Don, takes the ball. Another big player as well for the Sipi. Reaching for that one, Rita Musamali trying to get off the mark.
Chance for run out. The backup not up to scratch.
think a direct hit would have had her out for all money. Janet Mbabazi unable to hit the target. Good backup there from Vanessa Adiambo. She's not showing any signs of being tired.
None whatsoever. Flighted, hit high up in the air. Who wants the catch? Bounces right in front of her. Is that Kakai? No. Guilty party there for not holding on to the catch.
The guilty party.
Fiona Kulume.
Yeah, Fiona Kulume, innocent. At that age, I expect you to make up the yards and take the catch, but she just lets it fall in front of her.
You catch them like mice, is what they say. But it's the end of the 12th. A tidy overboard by Stephanie Nampina. Just the 3 runs coming from it. 63 for 2. The required rate is gone up to 8.
Stephanie the Don Nampina recently graduated from Chambogo University with a degree in finance and accounting. So besides bowling some very good leg spin, she's also very good with numbers.
Hit very hard trying to tear the cover off the ball, but Fiona Kulume is right underneath it. Good boundary riding from her. Just the 1 run.
Was a chance for a second because Kulume really waited for the ball to get to her.
We talk about numbers, and it's the numbers that will matter for the Kayakers. Good bowling from the Trackers. Again, there's no run. The misfield. Desperate dive in vain.
Yeah, the backup there all over the place. The ball going through 2 fielders. One of them staying on the turf there. I hope everything is okay. But she might need help. Irina Lumo is the fielder in question. Can see the physio there. Imran Tugume running on to just make sure everything is okay.
It's a medical break here. Everybody here, day 1 tennis of any tournament in the world, wherever you've been involved, you very well know it's been a tough act. This doesn't look like a day 1 though. Things have moved very, very quickly. Action already lively and exciting. Alumo will be taken off by the physio's team and the ambulance squad for quick medical assistance. Awkward landing from the hitting down her chin.
Irina Lumo, a tough girl. I'm sure she will come back strong. But for now, I think she will need a break as they try and give her some attention. The run rate going up with every dot ball now. 8.3 runs required every over from the Itanda Kayakers. They still have the dangerous Proskovia Alako out there. She's on 35 of 32 balls. I think they will need something special from her if they're going to overcome the total. 65 for 2. Janet Mbabazi into her final over. She's picked up 2 wickets, giving away 20 runs.
Of course, there. Hit very big. Chance for a catch, no chance.
Running around the ball there, Sarah Walaza.
Her captain will not be smiling with her. It's a poor effort in the field from Sarah Walaza. She could have just cut that down to 1.
Sarah Waraza very more mindful of her fashion and style rather than the cricket ball.
Sarah Walaza Dennis made her debut on this same ground for the senior women's team, the Victoria Pearls, back in 2008 during the Victoria Tri-Series here against Zimbabwe. What a day make your debut on.
Since then, she's been in and out of the side, but a very good player. And we hope that she can be in the team for a long time. Good hands again there from Kevin Awino. The Proskovia Alako walking past that ball, but the umpire, Mr. Norbert Abi, not convinced. All skills there from Kevin Awino, making sure that the umpire does his work. She doesn't bother to put the bells back, so Abi has to walk all the way, put on the bells and walk back. Usually as a wicketkeeper, I put them back, but if you don't give me the decision I want, I'll let you do the work yourself.
Tough. Abi being made to earn his bucks on arguably his biggest umpiring stint ever. Big wild slog again from that familiar face of Alako. Alako has chewed up balls, Dennis. She's got runs, yes, but she's on 37 from 34. She could have been able to get on with it. She's batted in 2 gears. She started off like a house on fire, getting quick runs, and now she's taking the back seat. She's swinging very hard, but not connecting anything.
Yeah, I think those are some of the lessons, and Lawrence Serrat.
Hit very big. This is going all the way to the side screen here, right under the production. Base for 6. Vanessa Adiambo and Sarah Walaza can only look on as the production team do help them bring back the ball into play.
Third maximum there for Proskovia Alako in the match. She makes up for those dot balls with those big hits. The captain, Janet Mbaba, is bowling one in the slot. And it's hit over the head of both fielders who are on the rope for another 6. Drags the total to 74 for 2. Thirteen overs gone, 74 for 2. Just over 7.5 runs required every over. The target is 129 for the Itanda Kayakers. Stefani Nampina. When Proskovia Alako is batting, you usually forget the other person she's batting with. We didn't even know that Rita Musamali is out there in the middle until she got on strike.
Because Musamali on a pedestrian 2 from 4 balls. Make that 2 from 5. Facing a person they learned the game with from the same coach. That coach is coaching them today, Habib Mugara, coaching the Itanda Kayakers. Half tracker hit straight to the hands of that young girl, Rachel Achan.
Second catch for her in the day. Bad balls get wickets, especially from leg spinners. Family reunion of sorts will not happen today. Rita Musamali has to go. Foxed by her old partner, Stefani Nampina. But this time they're earning bucks for different sides. The Itanda Kayakers lose their 3rd wicket. Rita Musamali really taken out of her misery. Just 2 of 7 balls.
55 more runs required. It's 6.4 overs.
From one sister to another.
Alako still taking
1.5 of the sister cricketing sisters. Susan Kakai replacing her elder sister.
Stefani Nampina is the bowler coming from the shell end.
Kai,
the Sipi
born a
also be having
generation
an
younger
camp.
than that one of the Musamalis, the Nampinas.
Jagali will be playing.
Has had ins and outs into the national team as well. She was in Windhoek for the Capricorn series last year in April. Then she did travel to Nepal as the Victoria Pearls won a historic, the first ever series win for Ugandan team in Asia. And she can go back and mix at bingo with the big girls at the national team level if she does well in a tournament like this one, the Elite League. Here is Susan Kakai, the captain of Wanderers in the local competitions here in Uganda.
The mighty Wanderers, if I might add.
Mighty.
Susan Kakai.
Mighty is relative depending on who is saying it. And this is not me who has said it.
Innocent Dowell, of course, a member of one of the oldest cricket clubs and one with whom Wanderers share the limelight. So he would not want to share the word mighty with Wanderers, but we know who the mighty team is.
I can tell you I played
Wanderers
for
with more success
than
for
Wanderers.
SEC.
I played for Wanderers first up. Hit over the top. Some big bat onto it from Kakai. Running very hard for the second. Does she make ground? Yes, she does.
Yeah, very good work there from Sarah Uwera doing the boundary work for the Sipi team. Susan Kakai, of course, came into the side because her sister set a very high standard, Ritam Samali, the reigning female player of the... Ooh.
Beaten for all money's worth.
Beaten by both the batter and the keeper. Beautiful delivery there from Stephanie Nampina. Once the ball comes out well out of her hand, she's virtually unplayable. Very rare to see Kevin Awino missing such stampings. 77 for 3 after 14. The run rate slowly getting close to 9 runs every over.
52 more runs needed in 6 overs. And those are about
6 overs left, Dennis.
With 7 wickets in hand.
They have wickets in hand, but they can score consistently at 9 runs per over. That is the big ask.
Sipi looking on top of this.
Innocent, the wickets mean nothing if you're not going to make them count. Gloria Obukol will take the ball from the Jinja Road end and replaces the captain, Janet Mbabazi. Susan Kakai is on strike. I think Susan Kakai's role is going to be very simple. It's just to make sure that she can get Proskovia Alako on strike.
Good hit, good drive there from Kakai. Just the 1 run. New bowler in the park is Gloria Obukor. She can turn over her arm. And she's here to turn off the lights on a very bright Thursday in Kampala, working day. And work they must do, the trekkers and the kayakers. Hit very straight by Alako.
Body and soul there from Obukol to make sure she keeps Alako quiet. That must have stung. You can see the pain on her face. Gloria Obukol started off as an off-spinner, but somehow transformed into a very good top-order batter who can roll over her arm with a few spinners. Hit hard.
Very hard, very, very hard. Sarah Walaza will have to do a lot of magic there. She's no magician. Miyamoto, she lets that one go through for 4.
And that will be the first 50 of the tournament. Proskovia Alako 50 from 40 balls. And she's now taking the game to the Sipi rafters. Hit very hard there. Too much power in that. Only Sarah Walaza could watch it run past her for that boundary. She has really been dealing in boundaries, Alako.
She must continue scoring at least 2 boundaries every over. She goes this one straight. Who wants it? Chance for a catch. And put down by the skipper herself, Janet Mbabazi. Spills an easy chance. She's very disgusted with herself. She knows she could as well have dropped the match. 3rd time lucky for Proskovia Alako, who is already on 50. You look at that catch, Dennis.
Janet Mbabazi, very safe hands usually, but this time failing to sort out her hands. Thick outside edge again will run away for a boundary. The chase is in vain from Rachel Achan. More runs for the Itanda Kayakers, and they're all coming off the blade of Proskovia Alako.
The 50 celebrated, albeit late, by the crowd here because of the scoreboard. But well, we can confirm that Alako has already gotten her 50 a couple of shots ago.
She's actually already on 53. No chance for a catch. Of the 53 runs, she scored at least.
And that's the end
Of the 15th over. 88 for 3. Run rate of 8.2 overs, 8.2 required. The 53 for Alako, Innocent coming.
You never know which end the ball may lie.
40 balls.
Is it for the
She
Sipi
scored 3
side?
maximum and 6
The Itanda
falls.
side can pick up the score.
I wonder.
Alako still taking charge with Susan Kakai at the basket on the wicket. Boundary there. Brilliant shot from Susan Kakai, taking on Stephanie.
So what about math? Is it 38, 37? Okay. 37 and 30, 33.
28.
Another 4.
Magic time.
It's getting Dennis easier. I don't know how you look at this, but 28 required. I beg your pardon, 37 required from 28 balls. No ball called, will be free. First one that
So what if she had played the ball? They could
hands
come
very
in,
well.
and then they still count the run.
leg spin has never been an easy art. Not punished.
I think the wrong person was facing that free hit. Innocent, like you've said, leg spin a very, very difficult art. I think the only master is now in heaven. Mr. Shen Won picked over 700 test wickets. The rest, everyone who has come after him, are only novices, and they are trying to learn that trade.
No chance for a leg before wicket, but it's a good delivery nevertheless. A lot of batting to do, and you can see Dennis that Habib Mugara has brought his iron hand into this elite coaching. People we've seen batting at the top of the order like Shakira Sadiq are yet to bat. People like Franklin Najumba are yet to come out. Does she come out finally?
Through the hands of Fiona Kulume, more runs and more boundaries for Proskovia Alako. She's been consistent in picking a boundary off every over. She is the one now taking the game to the Sipi Kayakers. A full toss coming straight out of the middle.
Itanda requires 31 more runs.
Dropped behind the head of Fiona Kulume
4
there.
overs in hand.
I'm not so sure. Looked like it was a
7
6
wickets.
from the replay.
Alako
just
still
bounced
taking charge with
over
Susan
the
Kakai.
But once the fielders consult the umpire, once the umpire consults the fielder,
Gloria comes back again
indicate
from
four.
the Jinja Road end
they have no other options
for second over.
apart from staying with that decision.
If you're watching this beautiful tournament, just know it's been brought to you by Batball, Plascon, Pepsi, Blink Logistics, Ken Bright. Organized by Uganda Credit Association. Looking very, very good on match day 1. You can catch it on the Cricket Uganda YouTube page on the TV. Elite players in Kampala, Uganda, to start the year on a high. And Cricket Association of Uganda does go for women's cricket to get things rolling. Alako playing and Evans across the line. Kakai won't be advising a person who's on 50 plus. She just stays rooted at her end and watches on.
She's probably enjoying the show, Innocent. What
The
more do you
dot
want to
balls are
tell
piling
someone who's already on
Come on.
57 from 43 balls. 7 fours, 3 sixes for Alako. Big hit from Alako again, hitting the gap. Chase is on, and the chase is in vain for Alako. It is an Alako show. Alako versus the Trekkers.
Boundary there. Alako hitting
welcome to the Proscopia Alako show. Day
Pushing
one
up
of the
the
tournament,
score.
and she's already lighting it up with a
The
couple of
Itanda
big
side.
maximums. 3 in the
103
tournament
for
already.
3 after
She is playing like she's
16.5.
been
26 more runs needed.
practicing with the nets during the off-season, the festive season. Alako goes for power again. Power is nothing without control. Should only get a single because she gets that on 2 square leg where there is protection.
And that's the end of the 17th over. 25 more runs needed with 18 balls in
3
hand.
overs left, Dennis.
Magic time here.
8.33 per over. Whose game is it anyway?
25 in 3 overs.
25
Well,
from
looks
18.
possible for both ends. Be how
25
Sipi
from
will
18.
defend it.
Innocent. Make
Be
some
how
money. Make
Itanda
some
will
money for
chase it
everyone
down.
watching. Make some money. Make the call. Make the big call.
It's day one. I don't want to be a public enemy on day one by giving people a wrong prediction here. This could go down the wire. No ball again. Post bounced more than twice. Free hit will be the call. Of course, the donors don't board very sharply, Dennis, today, but 1 for 15 in her 3, 10 dot balls in that spell. Somebody could get stamped of a free hit.
Alako missing out there on the free hit. Perfect ball coming out on a free hit. Could be run out.
Awino not interested in helping the umpires with the bail work. Says, I'll stay in my lane, please earn your money. Some flight on that one. Alako swings for the heavens. Alako doesn't connect. Dennis, has she run out of gas? She is batting like she's very, very tired.
Yeah, you can see Susan Kakai there trying to tell her that maybe try and slow down, take your time, pick the right opportunity to try and go for that maximum.
Again,
You surely
she
can't
swings
hit
and
everything.
misses. Nampina having the best of Alako. She says, you can hit everybody else, not me. I'm a different class.
And Innocent, this is why I want to have the elite league, the best players competing among themselves. It's Stefani Nampina, an experienced campaigner. Proscopia Alako, a starter of sorts in international cricket. Game on.
Hit very big. It's a no ball and it's a 6.
6 more runs
in
there
the total.
over no ball.
The ball has been following Sarah Waraza around. This time she's out there at deep square leg. Cow corner, my apologies. But at least it was just sailing over
17
her
more
head.
runs required of 15 balls. 112.
That's a better ball. Hit over the top. Will it press out all the way to the boundary? Yes, they come back for the second. And they're coming back for the third. Keeper is in trouble. The bowler is hurt. Hit off. Plenty of errors.
Pressure getting to the Sipi Trekers. First from Sarah Uwera, the ball doesn't come out of her hand. And then the throw from Rita Nangendo nearly takes out Stephanie Nampina. An eventful over so far. Had a couple of dot balls, but the poor ones have gone for big shots.
Very good over.
I don't know if the Sipi Trekers have given up.
13.
Because there's still a lot of
More runs required of 13 balls.
Dennis,
116 is the total
match
score.
day one. First match,
For
teams
the
are able to
Itanda.
score above 100. They don't look any rusty. Very well bowled.
That goes up the end of the over. 12
Not a
balls
bad
remaining.
over there from
And Itanda require 13 runs.
Stephanie Nampina to finish.
Alako
four.
Proskovia still taking charge.
13 of
With
12
71
balls
runs
is
on
now the
board.
requirement.
And Susan Kakai with
Stephanie
10 runs.
finishing her quarter of 4, giving away 26 runs, picked up 1 wicket.
We shall
13
be having
runs
an
of
afternoon
12
game
balls.
after this one.
Trekers
Utakali
Day
versus
will be very angry that
Sipi.
if they lose this match. Fail to
The teams
defend
will be
with 13
playing
runs.
in the afternoon for our second game.
Double-header day.
The Waterfalls
The second match.
T20 Elite League
To beat a fresh
2023.
Jakarta Rafters side. Coached by Lawrence Sempija.
Fiona Kulume comes from the Jinja Road end to come and bowl the 19th
Coach
over.
there of the Sipi Trekers, Lawrence Samatimba, was also the head coach of the Victoria Pals. Very busy taking notes. I think there are a couple of things he may not be happy about, especially the catching of his team. They'll need to make some improvements. Habib Mugara, they're happy of the two for now because the Itanda Kayakers need just 13 runs from 12 balls. Fiona Kulume with the ball from the Jinja Road end.
Fiona Kulume from the Ginger Road end. We saw what she did with the ball up front. Fiona Kulume. 3 overs went for 14 runs. She didn't pick up a wicket. 4.67 her economy. She can't do better now, Dennis, if she can pick out 1 wicket, all 2. And one of those must include Alako's wicket. Because Alako is a danger woman. Here is Kulume to Kakai. Big flashing shot from Kakai. Where does it go? What a stop. Good athletic stop in the deep from Vanessa Adiambo, Dennis.
Vanessa. Gloria Obuko there showing they still fight in the Sipi Trekers, putting in a dive to cut off that ball. Had been hit with some venom from Susan Kakai. Swing and a miss. Let's show Innocent.
11.
Dennis, please take me out of the betting
Made
house.
famous
of
by
Denver.
Straka Mwezi. Let's show on WBS where you first earned your bucks. I don't want a late show.
You do want a late show?
I'm a big fan of late shows. Swing and a miss again from Susan Kakai. She has a word, walks across to Proskovia Alako to have a word. They want to make sure they don't take this game very deep.
Alako is asking for the strike. Sometimes what you wish for could be your downfall. Kakai from Kulume. They run very hard. Chance for run out. Stephanie, where are you at? She couldn't be able to get hold of it at the first time of asking. Seems a certain run there. The run out of Alako would have been very vital. Getting closer and closer down to the wire. Wides it will be.
9 9 more runs squared there of 8 balls.
Proskovia Alako there was struggling to make her crease, but they pick up the 2 runs. The Itanda Kayakers now starting to see the finish line because they are getting very close. 9 runs only required.
Alako on 73, Dennis. 73 from 55. A healthy strike rate of 142. This is a girl you would pick any day with your eyes closed for any setup. It's the end of the 19th.
And that's the end of the 19th over. Itanda goes to 132 runs for 3. Itanda will need 6 runs in 1 over. And those about 6 balls with 7 wickets in hand.
For 3.
It's a captain's decision who bowls the last over of the innings, defending 6 runs.
6 runs from 6 balls.
Alako Proskovia is in charge.
Unfortunately,
with a partner, Susan Kakai from the non-strikers end. And Gloria
for the Kayakers,
the bowler coming in from the shell end for our last over of the innings.
Over coming up, Dennis. Janet Mbabas, the skipper, asks Gorio Bukor, please come give me some magic. A wicket will do a lot of gold. Hit very, very big. That is it. Game, set, and match. Alako wraps it up with 5 balls to spare.
In style.
Unbeaten
Alako
knock.
knocks that ball away for 6 runs.
80 of 57.
And Itanda wins it.
Alako 5 sixes.
Good win there from
8-4.
Itanda side. Chasing
It is
128.
Habib Mugara's Itanda Kayakers that have breezed past the storm and made it count all the way, leaving Sipi Trekkers crestfallen on match day 1, match number 1 of the Waterfalls T20
Good energy there.
Elite League.
Good win
all the way
for a side. Good team effort. Good knock from Alako. Proskovia wins it for them today. Knocking us off there with 80 runs not out.
Continue. Iloko, they will come back. Alako from the middle. What a knock from Alako. 80 from 57. 8 boundaries and 5 meaty sixes. Success. Big success for the Itanda Kayakers. Must be on the other side, rising to the fore. sharing a few commiserations there. Lawrence Matimba, coach of the Sipi Kayakers, not very happy, but he's got work to do with his girls. They have a second match coming up. The girls in red, it's Abimugara's girls, the man from Jinja, that is happy. They take the day because of the work they did with the bat and the ball. Both very well captained by the Rwandan international Diane-Marie Bimenyimana, and that big knock from Alako Proskovia, 80 from 57, the Ugandan under-19 international, who has risen to the fore and given his team a chance to trim. We'll be coming back shortly with the presentation with Marion Malinga.
Lala. Welcome to the post-match presentation of our first match. That was between the Sipi Kayakers and then of course the Itanda, the winners of the game. Well, of course a big thank you to Uganda Cricket and then of course Podgal, for relaying the match live. We'll start first with our losing captain. Janet. We'll start with our losing captain, Janet Mbabazi. Hi, Janet, you had the game right there. What happened?
I think we just didn't take our chances. We dropped to Alako a lot of times, and if we had taken those chances, we would have won the game. Because
talk about your fielding. How were you impressed by your fielding?
I think that it was a bit lacking, but it's the first game, and it's something that we want to, improve in the next game. So I think that the players know that, okay, this is an area they have to work on, being able to take the catches, to stop the boundaries and stuff. So it's something that we have to work on in the afternoon game.
Yeah, of course you play in the afternoon versus Bujagali.
Yes.
Yeah, you mentioned you want to improve on the field. And what else do you think you would love to improve on?
I think that's mainly. I think the batters are doing quite a good job. The batters who came into bat earlier, managed to put a good score, defendable score. That's we pushed it to the last over. They managed to put a defendable score on board. We just hope to improve to build on the score that we had in the morning game. And maybe one thing we can do is try and score more runs in the last overs, because that's when we need to, the adrenaline is high, so we need to score more runs in the last, say, 5 or 4 overs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All the best in the next game.
Okay.
All right. We'll have our winning captain now. Adian. Adian, big congrats in there.
Thank you.
You seem like you're losing the game. How did you turn it around?
We didn't give up. We didn't say that we lost the game, because in cricket we have to fight until to the last ball.
Of course, Kevin Awino seemed to have caught you there. She had like 44 runs. Yeah, but would you also give credit? Obviously, Alako did well, but would you also give credit to the lady that took the catch for that wicket, Kevin Awino, that is Stella Oyela?
Yeah, of course, we needed that wicket at the moment, so we needed someone to take that catch. So a good catch there.
So obviously you won the game, but do you think there is something that you need to change?
Yes, there is something we need to work on. We gave them a lot of extras, and the field set wasn't really the way we wanted it, so that's where we are going to change.
Yeah, you talked about the extras now, and I noticed you had to. You gave Rita Musamali only 2 overs, where she got, I think, 11 extras. Is that a reason you gave her only 2 overs?
Yeah, she bowled one actually, so she wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, one actually.
Yeah, she wasn't in the mood of bowling actually, so we had to change her as quick as possible.
Well, congratulations for your win. I wish you all the best in your next match.
Thank you so much.
All right, I'll invite the player of the match, Proskovia Alako. Yeah, and of course to present the award, Ivan Mugoa. Yes, please. Kindly go ahead. Before we present the award, wow, what a performance that was.
Thank you.
Of course, you were hitting the boundaries and all that, but did you at some point think, okay, I might be hitting this, but we're actually losing the game?
Yeah, I thought at some point you're going to lose the game. Actually, I'd really lost hope. Then by then, when my partner came in, I told her just get one, because I was already in the game. I was really capable of hitting the ball by that time. I told her just get one, I just come and hit the ball, and that worked for us.
Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Please receive your award. All right, big congrats to Itanda. Of course, the captain chose to bowl, and she might have gotten the call right. Our next game is the losers of this game are the Sipi Trekers will take on Bujagali Rafters in the afternoon. Thank you for watching.